Hello, my name's Dionne Swift. Welcome to my studio. Today I'd like to show you another of my MA sketchbooks. I hope you find it interesting. This is part of a series of videos that I'm filming during the current pandemic to provide a silver lining, I hope. This piece behind me is called Silver Lining, but to provide some kind of distraction and inspiration for you during this difficult time when we are all staying at home and staying safe. Enjoy. This is a sketchbook from my MA, and a good 25 years ago. It has a range of different techniques in it, and here I am drawing from some of my maquettes. I find this particularly useful to do. I like to, at the time, excuse me, I was making maquettes, pleated forms, and here I've drawn from them as a way of helping me to understand them and explore them and evaluate, self-evaluate. It's a very important thing to do as a creative person. You very rarely have the opportunity to get together with a large group of people and debate your work or get much feedback from your work on your work unless you are actually a student or you're part of a particular program. So you have to find your own means and your own mechanisms for exploring and evaluating your work. Now, I find drawing my work helps me analyse it. It helps me study it, and these sketches are doing just that. And then I've written a series of notes that help to move that analytical approach into a different, quite literally a different vocabulary. So this is one of my pleated forms just here. They don't have to be complicated drawings, but can you see I'm making reference to sculptors as well, who I find to be relevant. They don't need to be complicated drawings, but they do need to be studied. And by that I mean drawn from the objects rather than from how you think the objects should be. A bit more referencing to sculptors. Noam Garbo here. Looked at Garbo's work a lot during my MA. Again, more notes, more reference points to fabrics and different techniques and how I feel that they may work with the concept that I was dealing with and my ideas as they were being explored. Tent-like structures here and domes, for instance, and I've looked here at a kind of large net skirt that has a similar effect to that tent-like dome. Different ways that I can fold and create and make three-dimensional forms from fabric or from paper. I was interested in making almost like architectural forms from fabric. And so I did look at different architectural forms. Again, studies from my maquettes and studies from kind of swirling, scrolling maquettes. I wanted the notion that you could get inside something. You could get inside a sculpture, a fabric sculpture. And my love of pleating came about because the pleats almost acted like the rib cage of my work, the rib cage and the supporting structure of a piece of fabric that gave it greater rigidity, much like our own rib cages give our body, our skin, a sense of form and rigidity. The pleats, folds, filaments would do the same within my work. Also, I've got some kind of mosaic qualities here. I think we did a trip to Barcelona about that time as well. Bit of a Gaudi reference. So there's planning in this book, as well as textual references, notes about concept. Here's some notes about colour and how I view colour, and a pathway running through. This is actually a pathway running through a rapeseed field when it's in bloom. Don't know why this is in here. As I came across this threw me, but actually it's crinkle cut crisps. It's the colours I was interested in, and crinkle cut crisps, which are wavy and kind of pleated. So I'm sure that was my random reference there. I put it in because you never know. There might have been some little bit of information that could have been gleaned. Here I'm using a voile to change the quality of the colour. So you can see that anything can go into a sketchbook to help you formulate your ideas. Here I've done a bit of printing on the end of this fabric, and actually that would have been over the top. There's a little bit of machine stitch on there. Again, some notes about size and colour, some pleating. Actually, these are little pin tucks or cording to give, again, rigidity into the fabric. Again, more notes. These are upside down, so I've obviously just grabbed the book and started writing wherever the page fell open. Visual thoughts, visual descriptions of how I imagine a sculpture might be. Sadly, I don't have any of the large sculptural pieces that I did make, but I will try and look out some photographs for you so that you can see where these pieces, how they kind of materialised. See there? But I saved all sorts of things. Now these books are obviously very important to me. I've saved them for 25 years. And so the information held within still has relevance and still has meaning for me, still has a place in my thinking. It wasn't a project that has been and gone and is forgotten. It's something much deeper than that, something that has lasting resonance and weight and is ingrained in the way that I think. So I tend not to work on a project, but everything that I deal with accumulates and becomes part of my overall thinking. Thank you for joining me into that delve into my MA sketchbook, or one of the sketchbooks. If you enjoyed the video, if you found it useful, then please share, and also go and have a little look at my website, because there might be a few more snippets of interesting information for you there. Thank you. Bye.